Chilli in the name of.
Hello there and welcome to Season 2 Episode 9 of Chilli in the Name of. This week I'll be testing several sauces from Jay's small batch hot sauces, including Taco, the OG, FireTruck and the Exorcist. And to top it all off, I'll be trying One Drop, which is a spiced cocktail tincture called Death by Chocolate. Now, the proprietor of Jay's small batch hot sauce is one Jason Roby, who has a history in the food and drinks industry, and it was really this and his interest in quality organic food that led him on his journey towards making hot sauces. And one really interesting thing about Jay's small batch hot sauce is that they don't do anything larger than 50 gallons, which is about 190 litres. The other thing that's really interesting about Jay's small batch hot sauces is the use of vinegars. Now, Jason was telling me that he experiments a lot with different flavours and stuff, and started experimenting specifically with different types of vinegars to get a different sort of carrier flavour. So without any further ado, let's get on it. So the first sauce I'm going to try today is Taco, which is the mildest of the four sauces I'll be trying today. It gets 2 chilies out of 5 for heat, spice level of 2. So let's try it. It's a nice sort of loose consistency there. Wow, smelling that smells great. It's great colour there, sort of barbecue sauce colour. That's fantastic. That's really, you can just tell that it's really well crafted. It's getting a bit of heat from the habanero peppers there. It's got some chili pepper, dried chili peppers in there, a bit of jalapeno as well. It's a bit of salt in there, but it's not super salty. And it's not very hot either, but it's a really, really beautifully balanced sauce. The colour coming out of it is fantastic as well. It's sort of deep brown, chocolatey sort of colour. You can actually see bits of chili in there, probably the red habanero. Yeah, I can imagine putting this on pretty much everything. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I love this. The second sauce I'm going to try today is the OG, which is the flagship and original sauce from Jay's small batch hot sauce, hence OG, Original Gangster. It gets 3 spicy chilies out of 5 for heat level, and Jason was telling me that it was the result of 9 months of trial and error trying to get this sauce together, adding garlic, adding fresh peppers, adding this and that to a mixture that he'd made up earlier. Yeah, so anyway, let's try it. Loving these little bottles, by the way, they're really great. Similar consistency to the last one, a little bit thicker. It's got a bit more sort of a fruity, sort of tomatoey sort of smell to it, whether it's got tomatoes in it or not. Yeah, it's quite a bit thicker actually. It's beautiful colour, nice sort of deep red. It's similar to the Taco, but I can see that a lot of work's gone into actually perfecting this. It's got a really, really good heat to it. Not too hot. It lives up to the 3 out of 5, I think. That's pretty gangster, hey. Nice work, Jay. The third cab off the ranks today is FireTruck, and the blob's gone from orange colour in the Taco all the way up to this sort of scary red colour. This gets 4 out of 5 spicy little chilies in the corner, and in terms of consistency, it's much like the first one, the Taco. It's got a sort of a lighter brown colour to it. It's a little bit thinner. Let's try it. Yeah, that's got a beautiful smell to it. Consistency, it's a bit thinner than the previous one. Let's give it a go. Yeah, that's kicking it. There's a fair bit more heat in that one than the previous one. The habanero peppers have moved into second place in their ingredients list, up from about 5th or 6th for the other two. Still got the arbol and guajillo chilies in there, dehydrated, and a great selection of really nice vinegars in there. Yeah, the heat, you can really feel the heat a lot more than the other two. We pack enough habanero into each vat to keep the good burn alive and well, and it lives up to that. It's making me sweat a little bit under the eyes, but it's not the hottest thing I've ever had. It's delicious. Really love this one. Stepping it up a notch, Jay's Small Batch Hot Sauce, the Exorcist, Sweat It Out of You. This is next in line. It says it's 100% pure ghost peppers. On the back it lists a whole bunch of ingredients, and a lot of them are indicated as with the little asterisks as being organic. It's got fresh Fuji apples, fresh carrots, and applewood smoked salt, which sounds really great. But the second ingredient in the list after water is ghost pepper. So let's see how we go. Yeah, it smells a little bit more foreboding than the other three have. In terms of consistency, it's a little bit thicker than the previous one, but it's not as thick as the OG. Oh yeah, that packs a punch. The ghost peppers are really prominent. They sit right at the front of the mouth. The lips are burning a little bit. Tongue's hot. Back of the throat, not so much. Sides of the mouth. It's got that sort of burn that you can feel is actually going to get more intense over a period of time. In terms of flavour, man, this has got some great stuff in it. The apples and the carrots carry the heat of the chili quite well. The vinegars sort of sit backseat to the chili. The chili is right up the front on this one. So if you like really hot sauces, this would be a really good one to go to. Not for the faint-hearted. It's got a black label for a reason. And yeah, I'm sweating it out. So now, for the first time in Australia, One Drop, which is Jay's cocktail tinctures, Death by Chocolate. The ingredients list on this include organic fresh chili peppers, all chocolate varieties, Borg 9, Big Mama, Ghost, Habanero. It has 1% grain alcohol in it, and it looks foreboding. It's a liquid. Let's see what this is like. I'm only going to do 1 drop, spoon size accordingly. Smells quite sweet, a little bit like vanilla essence. That's going to be well enough. Right, so first thing you notice is the sweetness of it. It is very sweet. It'd be beautiful in I can see why you'd use this in a cocktail. In terms of heat, it's sort of slowly creeping up on me, but I think it's actually after having had the Exorcist, I think that kind of primed me quite well for this. It's an amazing flavour, and I'll let you hear Jason's own words about what One Drop is all about.
Death by Chocolate is all chocolate pods, so it's chocolate ghost, chocolate 9, chocolate habanero. Meant for anything you want to make spicy. It's great with ice cream, great with, you can put it in cake batter, great with cocktails. I mean, literally, it's meant for anything you want to make spicy without changing the flavor of whatever you're having, and it just incorporates the flavor of the chili. It's really killer, man. I can't wait for you to try it, brother. Enjoy.
But I'll tell you what, it's not as scary as it may have sounded. It's very spicy, as it says on the very spicy as it says on the bottom there, but it's not the spiciest thing I've ever had. I can imagine it is aimed towards putting it in a cocktail, or putting it on some ice cream or in a cake or something like that. If you just want to bring a bit of that sort of flavour, chili flavour, up into your cooking, it's really amazing. And yeah, good work, Jason. This is fantastic. I can see I'm gonna use this quite a bit. So there you have it, 4 sauces by Jay's Small Batch Hot Sauce and 1 cocktail tincture. Just before I go, I'd just like to wish Jason a very happy 42nd birthday. It's his birthday on the 18th of January. So have a great one, and I hope this is a good birthday present for you. And thanks again for sending all the extras across for me. Yeah, Jay's Small Batch Hot Sauce. If you can get hold of this stuff, look, I love it. I think it's really, really well crafted. It puts the craft back into small batch hot sauces. Absolutely delicious and really well thought out. So kudos to you, Jason. So that concludes this episode. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you can join me next time, where I'll be trying out 3 sauces by the Chilli Banditos, which should be good because they're a bit of local legends in this country. And until next time, see you later.
Chilli in the name of